Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dungeon Dingnuts. This one is part 2 of the last episode. But I forgot to do the thing where I say we have high levels of entertainment, low levels of intelligence.
It's clearly demonstrated.
It is.
Every single time we say the line.
I forget to say it, or I stumble on it. I'm cold right now. So is Flynn. Last time...
Yes, you are.
We are cold boys.
Last time we got to a nice little boulder of an island. Our friends got drunk. Flynn was very pouty and then went to find them and dishonored a tribe and is not happy about it.
Not the whole tribe.
Not the whole tribe.
Lucky.
Just the one guy that held a knife to his throat for not seeing the sign that wasn't very clear. But that's another thing.
Me and Dugard, we bonded.
You got drunk. Heavily.
And Flynn and I bonded as well.
And we created no problems for this tribe that they, screwed up with.
Hey, we were looking for you.
Hey, we were fine. We'll see what happens next. Oh, wow. Take it away, David.
All right. Well, yeah. So, we are going to start off our day. We just completed a long rest. Flynn, you are the first to wake up.
Yep.
You are, despite the eventful events last night, you feel pretty well rested. As you've always been able to wake up without too much difficulty after a relatively short night of sleep. But you get up and you're ready to get going for the day. Everyone else is still snoring away.
Perfect. Flynn gets up and kind of does his typical morning routine. He goes...
7 a.m. the
usual morning lineup. Please don't steal us Disney. We love that movie. But he gets up, goes to tend to the boat. Like, okay, we still need to repair this. Still need to do this.
All right. So...
I'll fetch that thing.
And you walk out the door, and there's a dragon on the boat.
It's like the full-on How to Train Your Dragon moment where Hiccup opens the door and sees the dragons outside and closes it. It's that. He opens it, sees the dragon.
Wait, no. You open it up, and not just is the dragon there, the dragon is no longer curled up in a corner. Because guess what? You parked on the side of the island that was shady in the evening.
Oh no, first light.
It's sunny on this side now. The dragon is up and about, sniffing and looking through various things. The blanket is still kind of caught on its back.
Just like, okay, it's fine, everything's fine, it's gonna be fine. There's just a dragon on my boat. It's awake. Q Skeevy said it would be gone. It's not clearly gone. He's just holding his back against the door as if it's gonna barge through. Just calm down, It's gonna be fine. Opens the door a little bit, does the grandma thing again, and just... what is the dragon doing on the main deck?
So it was previously sniffing through some barrels of food. The barrels are still closed. There's no food stolen. And now it's just standing on the east side of the boat, and it's it's looking towards the sun. Just as you watch, it reaches its head up, and the sun just barely touches down, goes down, slowly goes over it. As it does, it raises its wings up, and it just seems to be sitting there absorbing the warmth.
Just gonna watch it and just... For a terrifying creature, you're somewhat beautiful. He's just gonna open the door. He's just gonna, again, do that wide arc by it. It's don't mind me.
As soon as you open the door and step out, the dragon, suddenly, jerks, looks over at you,
fully frozen.
Does a little hiss thing.
Fully frozen in fear, just... I'm gonna die, this is where I die. I'm not gonna see Eliza, I'm gonna die, I'm not gonna do anything, I'm gonna die. It's just... I don't mean any harm. I'm just trying to get up there. And I point to, the front of the boat.
Animal handling.
Oh no. I don't have anything to this.
Straight roll, baby.
Wisdom.
You roll a bear.
Should I speak Elvish or Draconic?
Perfect, a 5.
5. All right. The dragon, you and the dragon, as you do the wide walk thing, you and the dragon are staring at each other just as hard, equally hard, it's a staring contest. Neither of you trust the other the slightest.
Not in the slightest at all. Just don't mean you any harm. You're just on my boat, and I would like to get to my morning routine, please. Just like continue to walk around. Like where the site is, he's walking, trying to get up to here, to the boat. And just, please, just let me be.
Alright. It watches you, like, very carefully, but, like, it goes, like, it resumes its position of, like, absorbing sunlight in its wings. But, like, you can see it's watching you out of the corner of the eye constantly.
I'm just like, okay, we'll make this short, and then we'll go back down and make breakfast. He's gonna pull out his sword and go through his bag and find his like forms book for his for like the blade song. He's like, okay, just going over the motions and everything. Like as he goes through, you can kind of hear the wind being sliced, and it makes like that nice song whenever he activates his blade song. He's just practicing forms and everything. Then after like a couple of minutes of it, he's gonna once again try to walk back around. He has to get to the center though to go down to the kitchen to make food.
All right, so you go through your blade song routine, like the air is whistling with the power. So what do you do with the rest of your stuff while you're doing this? Like, do you have it with you while doing it, or do you just like put it on the deck?
I keep it near me, especially as the dragon's right there. So I'm like, I don't want to get near it or take it. But it's like sometimes
You think the dragon's gonna take your stuff?
Yes, wholeheartedly. I have a pet. I would know these things. Okay?
Yeah, it's a lot smaller.
Okay. But so some of the forms he does it just with his sword, and other times he has it with his bag to like try to figure out forms. Like, okay, maybe I have this on me and I need to figure out how to move with it and stuff.
Gotcha. I was just curious about that. So as you're going, like you go through your forms, and like you go, like you're on your last one, like it's basically the full blade song. You do the spin around, like, and as you do, like you feel the connection of the, like you start getting really connected to the weave. Like you can feel every last one of the strands, like moving around in the thing. Like you get completely lost in the trance. When you look up again, like you just like panting, just like you put it, like you sheathe your sword. Just come back to your senses, and the dragon is nuzzling one of your things. Your dagger.
Hey, what are you doing with that? Hey,
It noses it, and like it falls out of its sheath.
hey, that's mine.
It as it looks over, just like, but like as you notice, like it looks over at it very carefully, and it's slightly glowing with silver light.
What did you do to it? He's gonna like slowly walk towards it. He doesn't get very close. He's still like very scared of it. Okay, he gets somewhat closer to it. Just walks up and shows sword is in the sheath. I'm going to look at the sword here. Like picks it up and tries to examine it. I'm like, why is it glowing?
All right, roll me an Arcana check.
I am alright at these. Oh, that's a natural one.
Oh!
It is glowing, and it has never done this before.
I'm just more scared of being right next to the dragon.
Being next to the dragon is making you feel kind of unnerved about it. Like, the dragon seems like, for the first time since you've come out here, it seems to be not quite noticing you as much. And it's just like completely focused on this half of the sword.
Just like constantly looking at the sword, trying to examine. But every like 5 seconds, glances at the dragon like, what do you want? Why are you still here? So I don't get a good read on the sword.
It reaches over and just like, so like, just, I gave a very brief physical description of the dragon earlier. Like, it's kind of greenish and it has like a couple of like ridges of fur on it. Like, it doesn't have very many spines. It has mostly fur in replacement of those things. But has one very large like horn on the top of its head and a smaller one right coming off of its nose. It just leans forward and just like taps the broken part of the blade with it, and just for a moment, like the light like coalesces and grows back out to the side, like taking the form that it was before it broke.
Oh, interesting.
And then just like light, like it looks over, like, and then you feel something for a second. Just like you feel as if like a weapon reaching out, attempting to attune, and then it ends.
Wait, what did you?
As soon as like you start like outbursts, like the dragon like notices you, and then like immediately like hisses and like jumps up and like flies off of the boat.
Flynn like drops his sword. He's like, wait, no,
Yeah, it's flying away.
She's like, oh. I'm gonna need Duger's help on this. Goes, picks up the sword and puts it back. He's gonna. You know why I need your help. He's gonna go down there with the thoughts in his head. He's gonna start whipping up like breakfast and food while also studying magic at the same time. Going through the book, like, okay, this component goes with this. What if I moved this here? And like,
All right. While Flynn is doing his studies and making breakfast, it's been a little while since he started this. This burning whisper. You wake up with the worst headache you've had in your life. Like, you've gotten drunk before. This is the worst hangover you have ever had. You also wake up with very cold feet.
As I died.
Your boots are gone.
Did not give it back to him.
Where are my boots? I look around. Who's in the room with me?
Q is awake and just like in just kind of meditation. You're preparing your spells for the day. Duger is still snoring louder than you've ever. No, he's snoring at normal Duger volume now, but he's snoring.
Scanning.
You.
I wake up with.
Where are my boots?
We had quite the adventure last night when going to adventure to find you. And in doing so, finding your unconscious bodies, we lost possession of Flynn's boots, and so he borrowed yours so he could walk in the snow safely without losing his feet.
Where's Flynn?
I mean, you know he makes breakfast in the morning.
He's on the boat.
I'll be back.
What's up?
Alright, be aware, you are hungover, and therefore, however your burning whisper will act with a pounding headache and hungover is how you should be acting.
Angry as heck.
Angry because I stole your shoes for a moment.
Duger, roll me a d4. That's how many more hours you're going to be sleeping.
Oh!
Divided by 2. Alright, 1.5 more hours of sleep.
That sounds nice right now. I would love 1.5 hours of sleep every day.
That would be so nice. Are you kidding?
Alright.
I make my way down there.
While he's cooking, he's gonna be constantly using minor illusion to make like pirate songs, like sailor songs, as he's cooking. So it's like he has that going as his minor illusion. So as you walk,
Minor illusion doesn't take concentration.
Nope. So he just has that, and every time like one of the songs ends, he starts a new one again. Just bing. It's like. So he can barely hear you shouting because of the music.
Alright, you
start
come
marching
down to the kitchen to like sea shanties. What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor early in the morning?
But I'm gonna show you what you do with a drunken sailor. Like a little goblin, I'm just like, I look up to him, I just grab his ankles, and I just jerk it off.
What are you doing?
Trying to spill all over both of you.
Trying to rip the boot off his foot.
Beaten egg,
They're mine!
start to spill all over both of you.
I'm gonna.
I don't care, I just give me my boots back.
I'm gonna hit him with
Something's
dancing
gonna
lights in
happen.
his face. Then he's like, back off! And just boom.
You are extremely sensitive to light as you are extremely hungover.
I just close my eyes and keep trying to rip the boot off.
Hey, let go of me!
Now roll an athletics check, disadvantage because you are blinded.
I don't need to see to hold him.
Those are them be the rules.
Rules.
And you may roll an acrobatics or athletics check to resist and escape the grapple.
I have a.
Can I use acrobatics?
Nope. Athletics is grappling specifically requires athletics to
25.
yourself.
I'm a slippery boy.
Oh, 2 and a 4.
As you're starting to unlace the
that
boots, he gets out. It gets away.
I do like a. Not a back handspring, but like flip from my back up onto my feet. I'm like, whoa, calm down.
Give me my boots. You know I have cold feet.
And
Stop
I
it.
had cold feet last night because of you.
I didn't do anything. I got on the boat just like everyone wanted me to.
You didn't get on the boat.
Yes, I did.
Sit down. I'll give you your boots.
They wanted the boat.
And if I don't sit down and you don't give me my boot, what's gonna happen?
Then you don't get breakfast that you spilled all over the floor.
Anyways, just sit down. Where the freak are my boots?
They're in the cabin.
Put them in front of me. Now.
Just gonna go upstairs. Like, actually, no, I'm not gonna go upstairs. Finn, can you go grab my boots?
Finn will happily go grab the boots. I have a question for you two. Can you two blood plug your ears real fast?
Oh no.
Do either of you happen to have any caltrops in your pack? I feel like that's something that Duder would probably have.
I don't.
No, he doesn't. Okay, he's going to go into your. Finn is going to run up into the cabin, grab a pair of boots, and he's going to walk up to him, who's still snoring away, reach into his bag of holding, and pull out some earrings with extremely sharp things attached to them. He's going to stuff them in the boots and then run out.
I am just like.
Alright. Alright, cool. Finn runs back in with the boots. Puts them in front of Burning Whisper.
Thank you, Finn. I'm just gonna put him away.
Alright, Finn gets put away.
Because I don't want him to cause any more
Just
trouble.
look at my boots.
There are
I
your boots.
shake them to make sure there's nothing in them.
I cleaned them. Part of my routine, like, I need to get them back to him. So I just, like, kind of shined and cleaned them up for this. Cleaner than you've ever seen them before.
I don't trust this.
You shake it, and a very sharp gold silver earring falls to the tip, to the heel of the boot.
I do trust this. I just put it right back. Where's the monkey at? I ain't thinking. I put the boot on and I shake the other one.
Nothing comes out this time.
Dang it. Alright. Put the other
Take
one.
one piercing damage.
What? Alright. Take it back off.
You pull it out. This one has a sharp end on both ends, and then you stuck it into the toe.
Maybe I don't need to take it. I take the silver earring.
My monkey.
Guess I have silver earrings now. Oh, don't put them on.
They look like women's earrings.
I hope
They're hoops. Hoops. Yes, they're hoops.
Sharpened hoops.
Are they?
I guess I went for
Hold on, sorry, wait. Are they, by chance, happen to be sea green?
No,
Good.
Yeah, silver.
they're silver.
He reached into my bag.
Okay, because I was like, if he stole the earrings that
I
I
knew what he was
bought,
looking for.
I'm gonna be upset. Just continue to recook breakfast, put the music back on.
I'm just sitting.
What do you do with the drunken sailor?
It's a more calm song that I'm playing.
Oh, the Anne Louise is
Plan.
waiting for a crew to jump aboard.
What do you want?
Why did you take my boots last night?
If you get the others, we can talk about last night.
Why'd you take my boots though?
Because Dugers are too small for me.
His feet are bigger than mine.
They are? Wow.
I'm probably. I don't know.
He's trying to justify not losing his
He's
boots.
pranking you.
I get up and like, fine. Make this quick. I just kind of start sloshing back to find these guys.
Alright, you find him. Q is now prepared for the day. Duger's snoring.
I just go to Digger and I'm like, hey buddy, Digger. Kind of lift him up and I start shaking. Digger!
Roll an athletics check.
Got a 7.
Duger, you're just like... And then he goes back to super loud volume of snoring.
I just start violently shaking. I'm like, Digger!
Roll another athletics check.
Yeah, baby. It's a 21.
That's one higher than the DC. You wake up.
Get up, Digger!
You can't you think that you feel a little fly
No.
buzzing in your ear. It's like, and just like the fly gets louder, and then it slaps you in the face.
Okay,
Good
buddy.
morning!
I'm glad you're awake and I just drop
Make me a
my
Constitution
collars.
saving throw against hangover.
Just drop your collars and get up on the queue. Let's go.
With advanced
Why?
poison.
Oh yeah.
Let's go talk to Flynn about what.
I rolled 2 3s.
Yeah, you're hungover.
That's a 9.
So I'm going to stand over, walk over to them, and cast Lesser Restoration twice. To be
Alright, neither of you are hungover any longer.
Okay. Thank you.
Whoa,
I'm getting rid of these dice.
that is one heck of a drug.
What happened to the tray of dice I gave you?
What?
This one right here.
The tray of dice
Oh, there's
that
a
were
tray
there
of
for
dice.
you.
I didn't even-
Because you said you didn't bring your dice.
Oh, very nice. I'm gonna put all of these. None of them have been rolling well.
Put them on the tray of dice. What? Just put them on the tray of dice.
No. I don't accidentally use them.
Fair enough.
This one rolled. This one's nice dice. This is
Are they rolling well?
Concerning
Yes.
the number of times.
Okay.
Well, what about
I
the
rolled a
first
17, a 15, a 10, and an 18.
one? Okay, fair enough.
I'll roll one more time, and if it's a 1, you don't use it. It's a 17.
Okay, yeah, that is rolling well today.
Guys,
All right, so you guys go down to the kitchen.
When they do walk in,
Galti
it's a very
is-
slower song. Of like, so the song currently playing that you guys will not hear.
Oh, also,
is the
when
one
you get
that
up,
hear.
Galti has been on the deck all night, and he's covered in frost and snow. Because he's
start,
been
like-
powered off the entire time.
I'm gonna like kind of start defrosting him with Crave on fire.
All you have to do is turn him on, he'll defrost himself.
That makes sense.
Defroster turns on in the car.
Immediately, like, red lights like come on, and just like steam starts rising off of Galti. Like he gets up and like shakes himself, like snow falls down.
Is Galti warm?
Yes, Galti is warm.
Give him a big ol' hug.
You start steaming as well.
Very nice.
Good stuff.
So, in terms of practical application, this will not be enough. This will be enough to lower the DC of the cold saving throws by a tiny bit if you are in physical contact with Galti. Just by like 2. You'll be in physical contact with him.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, cool. You all go down to the. You guys all go down, and Galti like clomps down the stairs.
I'm gonna
He
make
can't
it
get through
smaller.
Oh, yeah, he can get through the door now.
He's gonna just get about the size of like, I don't know,
A large dog.
a large dog. Yeah.
So normal boar, yeah.
A normal boar.
Normal ball.
Galti is significantly smaller than you are used to seeing when he walks in.
How'd you manage that?
Just a few upgrades. It's fun. I like to work. I like to think.
I see.
And
I don't
magic.
see.
All right.
You all walk in, just good morning. Ah, you're awake now, Duker.
Yes. It was fun night.
You looked dead when I checked this morning.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That was very strong alcohol. I need to check my gut.
Yeah. So, before we talk, eat up. It's just like there's plates of food on the table. It's like you'll need to eat. So, eat and we'll talk.
Makes sense.
And
I
it's-
will gladly just
I'll sit down.
eat like a
Waiting
dwarf.
to talk about stuff.
Burning Whisper, I'll answer your question first. I took your shoes because you guys didn't make it back to the ship. We went looking for you. Because after about a couple hours, you didn't make it back to the ship. The tavern keeper told us you went off in the complete opposite direction and landed in the cave of the Ronderfell?
Doragon.
That was Doragon?
Yeah. Oh!
Wasn't the symbol
A dragon.
What did the symbol
Oh, I
look
thought you said
like?
it was the reindeer one.
Nope, I said it looks like the same style as the rainfall deer one, but in the head shape of a dragon's head.
Oh, then I would not have said that. I was like, well, you ended up in some cave, an outpost. Their symbol was weird, and it wasn't in the. You saw it, Q.
It was the dragon.
The dragon. Like,
Clara
what, did,
Doragon.
yeah,
Fire
what did,
dragon.
what did the symbol look like?
Dexterity check.
Oh man! No
You're
man!
not proficient in these tools. That's a 1, isn't it?
Yep, it's a 1.
It is a very. Okay, so you're fairly certain that he is drawing the dwarven symbol for one of the worst cuss words that you can imagine.
Oh.
Hey, I know dwarves.
Yeah.
And you can't. I'm like, wait, that's not what it looked like. I'm gonna use minor illusion
Ew.
of what I saw to make
What is
it.
wrong with you? What? I
You
asked
don't-
you
you
to
can't see
look
it.
like. You don't have to.
My hands are too big for this tool.
You can't see what you don't. You can't actually see it. No one bothered to actually teach you this word or symbol.
It looks, well, kind of.
What?
Nah, this isn't super accurate.
This is gonna use my illusion to like project it up from what I remember.
Alright.
Just
This looks like dwarven art of a dragon head,
Oh, very nice.
though a very old, archaic version.
Interesting. Does it look like anything I recognize? Okay, good.
This is what they had. Good. And Essentially, we trespassed for having our weapons drawn, which, again, my defense, it's understandable given the last couple of weeks, but they don't think so. And they said I had to leave my boots there, so...
Or his life, just so you understand what you're just drinking.
My boots or my life. I prefer my life. So, I wore your boots because Q was going to carry you guys up, and he did. I didn't want to walk in the snow.
Thanks, Q.
Anytime.
But don't ever swear like that again.
What are you talking about?
What you threw, don't ever drop it again.
I see.
Crumple.
I just toasted real quick. Well, I can do that.
While we are here, I was talking with Q, and I've been thinking about this for a while, but what are we doing? Why are... Here's what I'm trying to say. We're traveling together, but we don't know each other. I got to know Q a little bit last night. I don't know you, Duger, and I don't know you, Burning Whisper.
That's okay.
You guys have traveled for a bit, so you know each other, but we hardly know each other. We can barely work together on a ship. We can barely fight together. If we're fated, it's just like very exaggerated quotation marks, like if we're fated to save the Dragon Sea, we should probably get to know what each of us are capable of.
That's probably true.
You have a good point.
I just pull out the sword and stab it into the ground, like,
That's
what I'm capable of.
Take a few steps back, away from the sword.
I just leave it right there, stab into the ground.
I'm gonna kind of move Galti away from it. So.
We all edge away from the sword.
That was mahogany! That was rich mahogany! Yeah! It's like, take it out. What's mahogany?
Okay.
There's a new Hunger Games.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. There's a new Hunger Games movie.
Yeah.
Son
The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Anyway.
It's like, again, we don't know each other.
Hungry Games.
And
Yeah, every day.
I think it'd be best to get to know each other. My old captain had an interesting... Well, no, it wasn't him. It was one of the crewmates. They had an interesting game of getting to know each other. It was kind of a... You get to ask questions as you're fighting on the deck.
Why are you bothered by this? You should be all over this idea.
It was a way to get to know... To test yourself and your strength, but also to understand who you're working with and their capabilities as you ask questions to get to know them.
Can we not just talk to each other?
Well, yes, we could, but where's the fun in that?
I was about to say, but this is so much more fun.
I'm just saying, if we know how we each work, how we fight, how we work together, the next time we have to go against something, we can better coordinate, better work together.
You do have a good point.
Any objections? I mean, obviously, after we finish breakfast and let it sit for a little bit, you don't want to fight.
I do have one thing we'll need to do beforehand, but he looks like he wants to say something.
I object. That's it.
Burning Whisper, you're a man with 3 swords. I thought you would jump at this opportunity.
I actually got 4.
Four? Where's the 4th one?
So it's like hidden behind one of the short sleeves.
It's like, why? Okay.
One thing that does need to happen before then is we need to take you two to the tailor and get yourselves measured so we can get the warm clothes fitted for you.
We also need to stop in town and get some supplies to repair the ship.
As well as just things in general if we're going to.
Yes. Also, I said I would explain it, and I'm explaining it as well. I'm sorry for my little fit the other day. I mean, there's no really other explanation for it, but it's just been tense. I'll be candid with you guys. A couple years ago, sailed, trusted someone, they got close, betrayed us, and most of the crew was left for dead. Me and the captain were the only ones that I know of that survived. Captain bled and died. I was left without an eye or an arm. So I don't tend to trust people. And the last little bit, I thought I could trust more, and, well, that didn't pay off, so I got a little mad. And then that thing showed up. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys saw it on the boat you were on, but the shadow. I've never mustered my emotions like that before. So, it's kind of new for me.
I accept your apology, for one.
Me too.
Insight check.
Is this a deception check needed, or okay?
I'm just saying it with a bad attitude. That's all.
7.
You were unsure.
That's fine. I wasn't going to be unsure anyways. Just right. But we do need to get some supplies, information about the Northern Isles, and I guess Burning Whisper can sit and watch as we do the game.
Alright. Sure.
This is where you're supposed to feel bad for being left out, Burning Whisper.
All right. So, what is your next item of business? Well, first item of business.
I personally think we should go get the tailored fit.
I agree with this because we want it as soon as possible, really.
It's really cold.
It's really cold, so I would like to stay warm. So we can go get...
I also have a lot of questions for people in town.
We can go...
And I said I would go visit that blacksmith shop as well and look at stuff. I have money.
Must be nice.
It's what happens when you steal.
You're not doing any of the stealing.
I know. It is.
I'm keeping him away. It's like, so we can...
Finn is out also.
Oh,
my little-
after he came back and I see him, like, you're in trouble still.
Finn, right before you put him away, he's like, what did... And then he's gone.
No. Discipline. I'll teach you it later.
He's like a child. Be
He
nice to him.
needs not to be a child to steal anymore. Alright?
But it's fun.
I would disagree on that point.
I don't know, remember that one time
I got to put
I
the
handed my
tail.
sword to this guy and he passed out, we robbed him. Straight up. For poison potions. Those came in handy. Anyways, where are we going?
So we'll get the tailored fits.
Go get tailored.
Then we'll get supplies for the ship to repair it. Did some inventory. We need to stock it up, repair it, get some more food. And if it's gonna be this cold, we need to have some kind of fire or something.
I can handle that, and I'm going to just
Please
create
not
bonfire.
light our boat on fire.
I know I won't. I'm being careful.
I won't.
It's okay, Dad. I know what you're doing.
So
All
there's
right.
our order of business.
Cool. So, what is first order of business? Sorry.
Getting them tailored fits.
All right. Cool. You guys go to the tailor shop. The sun is out bright and shining. It is cold again, but it's not freezing cold, so it feels very nice out.
When we leave, not liking being near the dragons. Ah, dang it! I don't want to lose my parking spot. I was like, I'm gonna take the boat with me.
So
but I also
actually,
don't lose my
most of the
parking
dragons are now flying around. Not very many of them are actually chilling on the island right now.
spot. If I put it into its box and took it with me, how hard would it be to get it back onto the gravity line?
Not too hard. You can manage it.
Okay.
As a forward experienced sailor like yourself, you can do it.
Okay,
Like,
then-
you're not used to the island itself not having a gravity field around it, but you can manage it.
I can manage it. Yeah, I'll just take it. I don't want anyone taking anything on board and just stuff it in my bag and keep it tight next to me.
All right, cool. You have put your boat away. All right, you have no boots.
Yeah, no, I'm
There's still snow on
slippers.
the ground.
Hey, don't!
You also have a metal door that's warm to the touch.
I was about to say, I can make him big enough to ride, if you would like.
You can make it more than big enough to ride.
Yes. I can. I thought I could only make him.
Oh wait, yeah, right. Those are two separate ones.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Yeah.
So, well, I gave him monstrous as well.
Oh, okay. He can get big.
He can get big enough to ride, but he'll not the D12 one, just the D10 one.
Not yet.
Not yet. I need one more familiar point.
What is happening? So Yeah, I guess I'll ride on Galti then.
Yeah.
All right, you get a ride in style.
He will Transformer style get bigger and.
Where did the extra metal come from? No one knows.
It's like folded tongues that
Literally.
stay together. Just expands.
Somehow he gets heavier. No one has any clue how that works.
Board expansion.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And
Okay,
it's very much a smooth ride. Like, it's surprising how smooth the ride is.
I'm gonna,
yeah.
while riding, I guess, be in my spellbook and keep on working on the new advancements.
New advancements.
All right. So you guys get up to the town, go to Elisa's shop. As soon as you walk in, she's going, yes! Here you are. I've already made quite a bit of progress on this. Here, 1 second, and she's gonna walk up to Q and just like, she has like a cone and like holds it up and is like, starts like putting it up to your shoulders like, yes, this is quite perfect. This is quite nice. Yes, that's perfect. So, what do you think of this particular thread over here? She pulls out something something. I got it from one of the traders that came over a little while ago. You never know exactly how wonderful those items are out there. Oh, are these your friends that you mentioned that are going to be getting fitted today?
They need to be fitted.
All right, very well. What might your names be? Oh my, this is many swords that you have. Like, and she like immediately gets right up in your personal space and starts measuring you with a like long measuring tape that you have.
This is Whisper, and I'm Voro. We're just getting the supplies we need.
Voro, oh, you must be the second Voro I've met in the past month. That's wonderful.
Hold up, wait a minute!
Wait a minute now!
Like this, that could soar 2 swords like that.
We love
swords.
maxing out
What
the
size would you
microphones.
consider yourself to be? That my girls would be much quicker if they can get a standardized size. Approximately, when was the last time that you were fitted?
Never.
Never? All right then. Well, this is the first time for everything. She's gonna just keep patting her.
Well, while he's getting fitted, I mean, you must know a lot of things that come in here. I mean, you just seem like you could talk for days here.
Oh, absolutely. I have no idea all the things I've seen. Just last week, there was this dragonborn that came through. It was you don't see very many of those around here. It was a red dragonborn. I haven't seen one of those around there, but they're greatly in need. But the dragon fire doesn't burn out as easily you see out up in the north. True dragons do it way better, but dragonborn will last at least a couple of hours.
Dragonborns are so rare in these parts.
Yeah,
What about?
absolutely.
I mean, elves are even more rare here.
Yes, we actually have an elf in town right now, actually.
Really?
So
What's
what
their
elf
name?
from Vixiante is? I think that her name was, I think it was Krim or something like that?
Krim?
Yes. Oh wait, no. Yes. His name was Krim. He mentioned that. I feel like I've heard that name before. Or are you trying to talk to the DM or her? Her. No.
Krim, really?
Yes.
And what about this Voro? Do you think they know each other at
Oh,
all?
I highly doubt it. Voro came in months ago. Yes, I haven't seen a high elf in very, very long time. It was very
Did
impressive.
she say where she was going at all?
I think that she actually mentioned something about trying to go into the. I don't remember. Something about like to visit some Sealy or something like that. I don't actually know that word right there. It could be completely wrong. Yeah, I don't know why you would want to like ceiling like. The roof of a building makes no sense to me, but perhaps perhaps I misheard or perhaps I'm misremembering. It was several months ago. But yeah, she said that she had some important business to do and that someone would be meeting her there eventually. I don't know where, I don't remember quite exactly what the name was. I think it was something like Flying or maybe Finn or something like that. I don't know exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Said it was some random person. I don't know. She didn't specify
Totally
any
random.
normal things there. She was quite the nice conversation though. She talked for a very long time with me. Got a lot of wonderful gossip to share there. Oh, but of course, everything I say here, I make sure to verify. Unless I clarify that, I don't actually know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
But of course, have you ever been feeling like she's going to like suddenly be done with it and start measuring you?
She walks out. He's like,
I'm going to the blacksmith shop.
All right, cool.
When it hears that, it's like, I know how to work these people. Let me do my thing.
Lady, how much is this gonna cost me?
Oh, don't worry. Your friends paid last night. You don't have to worry about it. But yeah,
Nice.
yes.
Everyone leaves. I'm like, I need
Such an
information.
interesting name. Where did you get it from? I've heard met a lot of people around here, but most humans have like basic, boring names like John or Joseph or Steve. Like so many random names.
Well, actually, it's quite interesting. His name, he actually met Voro. She gave it to him as like a title.
That would actually make quite a bit of sense. Whispered. He doesn't talk very often, so like the very fact that so it's a very fitting title. I believe that you will do quite
Actually,
quite a bit of honor
I
to
believe
it.
that was named after the town I'm from, to be honest.
Ah, right. Well, in that case, you'll bring much. I'm sure that you'll be able to bring much honor, or as the people around you like to say, collect much glory for your hometown.
Well,
This must be
that
a
doesn't
very
matter.
blessed place for having brought out
It
such a
doesn't
wonderful
exist
young man
anymore.
as you. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm so sorry to hear that. How did it get destroyed? Did it get burned down? No, here, villages almost never burned down. It very rarely happens. Fire is not seen in any way as a destructive thing. It's very, very interesting. So, exactly how tall are you? I haven't ever. You have interesting proportions, quite proportions here. Where are you from, my friend Flynn? I haven't seen anyone that look quite like you in quite some time.
I'm just around. I'm just around. I travel a bit.
Oh yes, I remember back in the day I used to travel all the time. She's gonna just keep on trying to control the conversation as long as you'll let her.
I think I have quite a bit of it, but I'm gonna see how much more I can pull out.
Is there any way you'd like to steer the conversation? Because she's gonna start going to local gossip in a moment.
I'm gonna try again to veer it back to Voro, of just like, we're gonna see how we can handle this. Like, so, I mean, you hear all the town gossip, but what's more interesting is the gossip that doesn't come from town here. I mean, again, an elf coming in these parts with the same name as me, you must tell me, she must have said a lot of things here.
Honestly, she didn't say all that much. She mostly just listened.
What did she say? I mean, if you could go there, that'd be perfect.
I think this chick is your
Other
type,
than-
man.
She's like,
Other than visiting
Obviously
the,
not.
other than visiting the the ceiling or whatever.
ceiling, Sealy.
It could have been either of those. It was a little while ago, and you know how it is. Like, it's either, like, elf accents are difficult to understand as well.
Yeah, not at all.
But yes, I think she mentioned visiting.
Visiting.
Friend. She said that a friend had told her that she needed to go find a raven. Yes, I think she mentioned that was where she was going to be able to meet the Sealy. Yes, that was where it was. One of the ravens would be able to help her find it. That was it. One was yes. Yeah, as far as I could tell, that was what I thought it was. But he seems to think it was something else. But yes, I don't.
So
really
she's
know.
trying to find a raven that will take her to the ceiling.
I guess. You know what? Actually, one of the clans around here actually has something to do with ravens, and they live very, very high up, almost as high as the dragon clan does.
Oh,
But
really?
It's honestly like they call them ravens, but it's based off of like some sort of ancient language or something like that. I don't really know much about it, but like honestly, they don't have all that much to do with ravens. They're not creepy or anything like that, and definitely don't eat carrion. Carrion feeders are terrible for business around here. There's not nearly enough food to go around. Anything that eats it takes anything from it. You kids don't want to get me started on the rats around here.
I don't want to get you started on the rats. And he like goes into it like, I don't want to get you started on the rats. Elbows burning with like, I'm almost done.
What about these clans? How many are there?
Oh, there's 6 of them actually. Yeah,
You write it down.
yeah. The only one that you'll really find around here is Renderful. They travel around a bit. They're not easy to keep track of. We also have Rondo Dragon, which visit occasionally. They keep the peace, chase off the pirates. They don't like fighting them very much. They say it doesn't happen. That it brings almost no glory. And these pirates have no are so dishonorable. But you know, it's quite difficult to do.
I mean,
I would be very careful to stay away from them. Then.
Oh no, I'm not a pirate. I'm just a sailor. I make sure to keep the difference here.
are those other clans you're talking about?
Oh yeah, those are the ones that you're gonna find around here. But yeah, there are 6 of them in total. Though honestly, I think one of them might be made up. I've never heard any like.
I'm sure.
not even sure
People
what it
do
is.
that all the time for
I
fame.
think it was like style or something like that. Like it doesn't have anything to do with any of the animals, and like they call like the ancestors or something like that. I think it might just be like a remembrance. Maybe it's gone extinct or something like that.
Oh yeah, where's it? Like, what direction would you say?
You left away. You left when I was gonna pull all the information out of the town gossip. Come on, Duger.
He's gonna go talk to the reindeer dude.
You don't need that when you have the town gossip. He's like, so with all these clans, I mean, how many Dwargar do you see around here?
Duergar? Oh no, of course not. You would never want to run into those.
Well, you never want to run into them, but have you seen them around here?
Oh no, I've actually never had a dwarf come through here before. Your friend
Really?
here was the first.
That's interesting. Is this done?
Oh yes.
Oh my! Thank you so much. We really have to get going. It was nice to meet you.
Oh, what about? So one question though. Like I can like you're not wearing any shoes. That's a terrible decision around here.
Oh yes. Do you have boots by
I
chance?
absolutely have boots. What is your size?
Just like a 9, like 9.5.
Are you sure about that? It might be a little bit here. I've got a couple of pairs for you.
We'll just try them on.
All right, here. She pulls out like 5 pairs of boots.
So where was these door guards or the style one ancestor ones you're looking at?
The Durgar live thousands of miles away from here. I've never seen one of myself, and
Like north or?
like west, like they live back.
If only
way
it had
past
sending.
Basin,
Okay.
almost next to the desert. So you can't really get much further from them around here. Also, they live in the Underdark, which is not something around here.
Yeah,
Obviously, we're
yeah.
floating in the sky most of the time, so Underdark isn't really an option. Though I suppose technically we're on a physical island right now. There might be a connection over there, but I have no idea about that. But yeah.
Why'd you guys leave?
You are asking.
Where are the style ones? The ancestors?
Oh yes, I don't know why you think that those two are connected. They're just one of the clans that occasionally in the other village.
I
Like, they
just
never
wondered.
actually know anything that they're
Anyway.
talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. Anytime I ask them any questions about it, they get really closed mouth about it.
Oh, wow.
Like I tried to ask where they stay sometime, and they said that like the only way to find it is to already go there, to have already been there.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
very
Yeah,
odd.
wow.
But yeah, I'm really not sure what's talking about there. So
would be a
the boots
great
will
section
cost
to listen to.
5 gold pieces.
Cough it up.
Oh, these boots.
Don't be lowballing her, dude.
If you want to haggle, you may, but she's gonna talk your ear off even longer.
I know. It's like, well, I mean, we spent such a lovely time, and we've given you so much. What if like, what if we give her What about the gossip discount? Can we do that at all?
Oh, if you'd like, I will happily talk about that with you. But unfortunately, for business, I have to pay for the people that actually make these as well. I'm not the only one that does this.
Oh,
here.
so this is
I
like
can't really
imported.
negotiate the. Yes, actually, many of the items are here. Crown Rangerful sells and trades many items. They have all sorts of wonderful things. Actually, very few things are actually made in this made on this island. Almost everything is brought in through their traveling.
5 gold. It's like, you don't want to talk to her anymore. It's like, all right, he's gonna go through my bag and just. Looks like a little short. I only have 3 gold on me right now.
I'm sorry, you'll have to go and borrow from one of your friends. I'm afraid I cannot negotiate on this
man,
one. I'm
that's
very
terrible.
set
I
on my
got nothing
prices
on me.
here.
All right, fine
If
then.
you really
Pulls out
want
the
a discount, then perhaps you could go and see if any of the people that come in later are trading shoes. Occasionally, someone will bring in those, and they bring in those, and you can get them.
It is
without-
2 gold. He's just like trying to haggle, but this guy's like, oh, okay, fine. I mean, I like you. Just if you hear anything more
wonderful
about
conversation.
this Voro, here.
Of course.
Man,
and
you
if
found
she
two
ever
more
comes
gold
by
all of a
again, I'll let her know that I met another person with her name.
Yes, I mean, I would love to. It'd be so awesome. But thank you. Bye, 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 bye.
Wait.
Falling burning whisper. Just bye.
I had a lot of fun there. That was great.
That wasn't too bad.
Flynn gets out and just.
Well, we should go probably tell Duger what we found.
Well, I'm
Just
just gonna be
water.
talking to the Minotaur guy, trying to get some info out of him.
The Minotaur guy is not at the shop.
He's not at the shop.
You should have talked with the town gossip. Should have returned.
Missed out.
I go to the blacksmith place anyways.
I go there
We're at
anyways
the
too,
blacksmith
but
Who's there?
Nobody.
oh, it's closed. It's not open yet.
Yep, it's not open yet.
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
Well, if you look through the window, you can see stuff. But like, interesting thing about the weapons, they look like each one looks like they were made by very different crafting styles. With like, there's some like, they look like different categories of them, and they're not sorted in any way.
Do you need to organize this place? And that's my own job.
The others say where they were going. They just kind of walked out.
Well, he is still in the middle of a conversation that's going to take at least another 3 minutes. So, would you like to go anywhere, or would you like to wait?
are there many people out in the streets?
There's almost nobody out in the streets right now.
Interesting.
Okay.
Is the tavern open?
The tavern is open.
I will go in there then. But I will not drink any alcoholic drinks.
Sober October.
Oh, Oktoberfest!
That's true.
Get as drunk as possible.
The only person in here right now is Elena.
Oh, really?
Well, actually, the Hearthkeeper. You know her name. He does.
But she has
She also.
one of the symbols. right? On
Yeah,
her
she has
clothing?
the reindeer symbol on it. She also has a little below that, a little flame symbol.
Okay.
And the cloak she's wearing is red. You were not blackout drunk, so you're able to notice that now.
Okay, makes sense.
And isn't wearing particularly heavy clothing. The cloak is the only warm thing that she seems to be wearing.
I'm gonna walk up to her and say, "Is there any reason people are down the streets at this time, or is that just too early for most people in this area?"
The previous fleet is about to leave. It is traditional for all members of Hran Randerful to see that are settled in a single location to see off the fleet as it goes on its next travel.
And where would we see this fleet?
They are likely down out at the base of the island, about to set off into the ocean.
And is there a reason you aren't there?
I must tend to the flame.
I see. Let's head back to the tailor and tell them and see if we can go watch the boats, I guess.
Okay, makes sense. Galti is with me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Dog. Boar.
He is a normal boar size. I do have a quick question. What did you say your name was again? Sorry.
My name is Elena.
Elena? It's a pleasure. I'm Dover. Dover at Gary Hran style.
She's going to look at you very sharply at the end of your name.
Do I have my mask down at this point?
I would assume so. It's
Yes.
daytime.
But I'm inside, right?
Yes.
I'm going to just goom goom on the side of my helmet. And it's gonna slide up. So my face is kind of exposed now. I'm obviously not a dwarf.
Yeah.
I mean, the white beard should have given it away, but I'm going to say I've noticed some very interesting things about the name of these clans that I've heard about here, like Hran Doragon and Hran Renderfall. You said, right? There are only 3 clans that I know of, which are Hran Style, and what are the other 2 dwarven clans?
Domhain and Tyrion.
Hran Domheim and Tyrion. Those are the only dwarven clans that I know of. But I'm hearing this Hran thrown around. Like it's, like there are more, but they seem to just be almost clans of people that have joined together and not dwarves like they are up in the Iron Hills.
The
Iron
Iron
Heights.
Heights, yes.
Iron Heights.
As you talk, she seems like her face is mostly impassive, but just a slight furrowing of the eyebrow just gets more and more furrowed as you keep talking. I have heard of these dwarves that you speak of. Are you one of them?
I am not technically a dwarf. I'm technically Dwergar.
Dwarves are still dwarves.
Well, yes, but I'm a dwarf, but I'm a Dwergar. I'm an Underdark dwarf, and the Underdark dwarves call themselves Hran Style. This is our clan.
I know not of these Duergar, and I've heard of dwarves from far off, but I've never met one before. I would be careful who you tell you are of Hran style. Many may take it as a deception, bringing great dishonor to yourself and possibly and to an entire clan as well, attempting to impersonate being a member, especially for a Southlander, without receiving the welcome of the whole clan. It can be a good way to get yourself to be a sworn enemy of the clan. The only thing you could do worse would be to kill a Hearthkeeper.
That's what he doesn't think he does, right?
Does Clan Stein have a presence here?
Oh no, you will not find Hran style anywhere around here.
I will say, I can also perform magic as well, as you are doing, and I'm going to just tip my finger, light a flame. And just say, because the glove, I can do magic stuff because artificery. And I'm just gonna say, it's stuff I figured out over time, but I don't know if this would be useful for this area up here. Now I'm like, money! We can sell inventions!
Alright, she looks at at it as impressive. You have an opportunity to serve others. That is a great blessing of the gods.
Very much so. Well, I guess we'll go see this Renderfell planet off. And perhaps, hopefully, maybe talk to someone.
Do I know which gods are like common up here, or is it just like normal?
You've never been here, so...
That's fair.
And, like, not many people know much about the Northern Isles.
I am going to ask a question.
All right.
I don't know. I thought that.
You can do it.
No.
You can.
And what are the gods up here that you speak of? As a holy man myself, I have curiosity in these things.
The majority of those in the Northern Isles follow the gods of light. The god tier most widespread.
You said tier.
It is not considered. It is considered. He is considered to be the most honorable of the gods. And the greatest glory is to be obtained by following him. Though the other two are considered worthy choices as well.
Are there any other gods up here that exist, or is it just those three?
Of course, all 9 exist in all places, but you will not find very many followers of the other 6, and very, very few of the fiends.
So those are the same names of the gods normally, right? That I use.
Yeah. So Tyr is a name that you recognize. Gods of Light is occasionally used to describe like the 3 good gods, and the fiends are the evil gods.
And of the neutral gods.
You will find, perhaps among Ran or Sur, you may find a couple of their followers, but very few. And of the Ursur, it would be strictly Leia. Perhaps among Ran Rafen, you could find some that follow Agamro, but none of Salzan.
I see.
Those are, once again, all the names that you are accustomed to.
So no weird names.
No weird names.
Do you have any further questions?
I do not. Okay, thank you.
We appreciate your time and your words.
May you always find welcome and warmth.
I just have one last question now. Is it accept for outsiders performing this?
It is.
And you always find welcome and warmth.
May you find welcome and warmth.
She gives a small smile as you say that, and then you may leave if you wish.
Let's go find our friends at the tailor. We did kind of.
You guys get out at the same time, and you now have new shoes. Unless you decide to fork up the fight.
I did fork it up.
Okay.
You tried to, sir. You said to fork it over.
No. The fact that you didn't even haggle, it's $5.
He tried!
I am a sailor on a sailor's budget. I'm going to be cheap.
Oh, you don't need to be cheap, baby girl.
A sailor is like a college student. We're always cheap.
It was 150 gold that you don't know
Get
about.
closer, I need to fill up my pen with more blood.
I'm okay, thank you.
No, thank you. I'm not into that. So we're gonna go find them and just, while going, be looking for places where I can get materials to fix the ship.
Alright, the shipyard has no one in attendance, but you see it.
All right.
Do not take.
Also, another notable thing that I want to point out here. While all the shops are closed, there's no one watching the stuff. In the shipyard, like, anyone could walk in and grab stuff.
I'm not a thief.
Do not
I could be a thief.
touch.
Duger is too, like, I need to figure out what this town is about before I do anything stupid.
If I see something cool, let me know, right?
If you what?
If I see something cool, let me know, right?
I mean, you walk past a weapon shop.
Oh no.
So,
You don't need more swords.
Man, some of the swords in there look so awesome. You've never seen a sword that looks as awesome before.
let me take a gander.
The door to this one is locked, but
Okay,
like
then
there's
I
no
won't
one
do it.
watching it.
I won't do it then.
Let's head to the docks.
What's over at the docks?
A
From Renderfall.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we
The
talked
fleet
to
is
the.
leaving, and
Talked to
apparently
the
it is customary for all to watch them go. So we have no business at any of the shops at this time, anyways.
It is customary for all permanent settled members of Thron Renderful to send them off.
Visitors
jailers
are free to
still there.
stay.
She's not of Ron Renderful.
She's like,
we actually talked to the tailor about those clans.
yeah, she could talk your ear off.
Yes.
A lot of good information.
Yeah, my old teacher stopped by town here.
Really?
Yeah, interesting about that. She also talked about a couple of the clans here too.
Yeah, we got like the Ravens, the Renderful. We got the Dragon one, and then we also have the Style. We got like
and all that stuff. Like,
Style clan.
Yeah.
One of the most important.
There's the Style clan.
I also was raised by dwarves.
You will not know anything about the Durgard, but you may
Wait,
roll.
Duger.
Oh.
Don't.
oh, that's pretty good. History.
That's intelligence based.
Yeah, a 23.
I will not roll.
Yes.
I was trying to tell Duger something.
Yes.
Oh, well, we were talking about those clans. She mentioned one of the Style ones called the Ancient Ones.
Yes.
The ancestors.
The Ancestors.
I asked the Hearthkeeper about Thron Style as well. And she kind of just told me to keep it on the down low, that people might like kill me or something if I said I was from Thron Style, so I'm going to not bring it up again.
That's interesting.
Because apparently it's like a big like thing to say that you're from that clan.
Wait, you
It's
said
kind of important.
you're from that clan.
I mean, that's what the Dwargar call themselves, is Thron Style, is the clan name.
She did just say like how they're the ancient ones, and then also how they're like never been seen before.
Yeah, you're the only dwarf she's seen.
And like the only way to
She
get
didn't even
there,
know I was Dwargar.
the only way to get there is by knowing beforehand, or you have to
know.
been there to know how to get there.
She also has a strong dislike towards Dorgar.
Yeah, she hates dwarves.
Well,
Could be a short thing.
Just name. Yeah. Anyway, I will not.
That's a pretty common attitude. Like, you guys traveled with them long enough, people didn't feel comfortable around Duger very often, even though when he was friendly and proved that he wasn't going to harm them. Like, tieflings got nothing on Duergar or Dark Elves. Like, people don't trust them for good reason this time, not just superstition. They
Not just racism, but like.
I mean, it is just for racism, but like they don't do anything for their own reputation.
Interesting. So I'm still reeling back from everything she told me.
See, I knew that someone was going to talk with her long enough to get the information.
I saw an opportunity. I'm like, she's gonna know things.
Hey,
I
guess
know
what,
it.
guys? He tried to haggle her.
Look, okay, when you've been on the sea, as long as
Fine gold. 5
Like, come
gold.
on now.
when you've been on the sea as long as I have, okay, you don't get a lot of money, guys. Okay, it's
guess
something. You get robbed a lot, so you have to like make a deal and make a bargain.
We haven't been robbed yet since we've been here.
Okay,
You've been the
but
robber.
we've been tossed over.
Well,
Yeah, we have.
good point.
So I'm just saying, one of these days, I'm gonna get a nice deal, and you're gonna thank me for it. And it's gonna be because I'm a cheapskate.
Okay.
Noted.
Don't worry, me and
Cheapskate.
Digger will get those good deals for you, right, Digger? Wink, wink.
He very obviously.
Right, Digger?
He's not here, but I'm just gonna do the motion of like shoving Finn down. Of like, I swear, if you try to steal
I
Finn,
was just barely about to say that Finn was about to try to
he's just
pop out.
nope. I push him back, and I'm like, nope.
All right, let's go see these weirdos off. Why not?
And when we go, I am gonna be like looking, like who has like symbols, who looks important. Is there any other symbols that look important there? Like things like that.
All right, cool. So as you walk around, walk down like the very rough trail. Yeah, we'll get to you in a moment. Like we're gonna finish this up and then we can get to that
Yeah,
because that's a conversation.
No.
Woo! I said it was one of the most important history checks. I meant it was one of the most important history checks. All right, so as you walk around the bend of the thing, like you got like the path is like 3 feet wide. On the other, on one side is a sheer cliff up. On the other side is a sheer cliff down. Like you walk around, go over, get around, and then you can see the docks. Oh, down there are about like 10 very large Viking longships.
Wow.
With sails with the reindeer symbol emblazoned on them. Each one of them has a flag with a different symbol on it. All of them look like the kind of Celtic knot looking things. Just like the reindeer itself looks a little bit like the Celtic knot type design. All of them you can do, and you can recognize as being kind of like dwarvish, dwarven-ish style. Like it looks archaic and different, but it looks like it was inspired from very old dwarven styles. The ships are all about to set, have just barely actually pushed off, and down at the base there's a good 50 people who are there. As you see it, you see all of them do the salute thing, and the ships sail off and go over and take catch the gravity, an upward gravity force, and go up into the main current and start sailing north.
Makes sense. Is there anyone that looks important, like an elder, or someone who looks like they're in charge?
Roll me a what kind of a check do you? What kind of check should this be?
Perception?
Perception, maybe.
Insight?
Investigation?
Either insight, perception, or investigation.
You may choose from those three,
Insight, perception, investigation.
based off of what you think fits the best.
Wait, while we're watching.
I want to do investigation, but I don't know if it fits the best.
Go ahead and do investigation.
Are there dragons over here?
Absolutely. So the dragons are kind of flying all over the place in there, and you notice another thing. I forgot to mention another symbol that you notice. There are people riding on some of the dragon things. There are two of them watching over, and they do the salute thing as well. They, and Q, you can see that from this distance. They have the dragon symbol you saw engraved on the cave and blazoned on their armor.
So they seem to get along well enough.
I got a 15. Just got back for investigation.
Alright, a 15 on investigation. As you look down, you see someone who looks older and is carrying a staff, but that's about the extent of what differences, or looking for signs of someone being an elder. That's about what you see.
Okay, makes sense.
The group of 50 people start walking back up the path, back up towards the village slowly.
Okay, makes sense. I'm going to go up to that old person with the staff, or that person with the staff, and just say, "Hey, who's in charge here?"
The old man is going to look up, is going to sit, and he's going to say, Southlander, yes?
More from the west, but yes.
Everywhere is south from here.
Very true. Very true.
Yes, I'm the first among the Kron Randerful that live around here. But if you are wishing to speak to the Southlander's mayor, he is back up at his home up above.
No, I have some questions actually. If there's a place that you would like to go to where we could maybe talk, I would appreciate it.
Of course, I'd be happy to answer your questions. It would likely be best to speak as we are walking up to the village. These old bones get cold easily, and I prefer to avoid standing in one place too long.
That makes
Can't
sense.
get too stiff.
I'm just gonna kind of start a little fire and kind of just in my hand and just kind of hold it close to both of us, and then kind of have Galti also walk close, not quite touching, but maybe so we can feel some of the heat. I don't know.
I see that you are
Also,
one of those
while
blessed
walking,
with
I'm still
the
there.
rest of the flames.
Kind of. It's a magic tool that I use.
Whether anyone comes up with it with products of their mind, or a result, a gift for their wisdom, it matters not.
Wise words. Wise words. And just kind of as we're
Fine,
walking.
but yes.
As we're walking, I'm just going to say, I've noticed. Do you know anything of the dwarves out south?
I have heard of such a race. Small ones, yes. I've heard that I've always imagined them as being similar to gnomes or halflings.
A little bit taller. I'm actually a dwarf myself.
Nice to put a figure to the name.
Yes, quite stout but short.
I'm impressed. There are many warriors that would envy your strength.
Strength is not necessarily my thing. I'm one of the weaker dwarves, in fact.
Wow, I'd be quite interested in seeing some of the stronger of the dwarf warriors.
They are quite strong,
It's a shame
especially.
that none of them come out here.
Yes. Krondomheim specifically is very strong themselves.
Ah, you use the ancient name for the clans as well.
Yes, there are 3 clans in the south of dwarves.
Ah, yes. We have 6 out here. Well, 5 that you will likely encounter.
No, that makes sense. Yes, there's in the south there is Krondomheim. Tiersfell? Is it the other one?
Tyriam.
Tiriam. Tiriam and another one that I will not mention the name of.
All right, very well. We don't usually mention one of our the name of one of ours either.
This is where I'm like, are you talking about the style one?
As you are a Southlander, I will not take offense where it's not intended. But by the ancient way, it is offensive to speak flippantly of any of the clans, most especially of the ancestors.
Then he should not talk.
You may want to talk to your tailor then, because...
I'm pulling you.
As you say that, she's going to just like take a deep breath and sigh, and she's like, "That woman." And like somehow he manages to make woman sound like the worst insult imaginable, while still simultaneously holding himself back.
This is why I kind of like elbow him, like...
I'm pulling you.
I know, bro. I know.
I just kind of like peek out of my book a little bit, like running whisper, "Shut up." Twice an hour.
I'm literally putting him to a full Nelson right now.
Go ahead and try.
Alright.
I am not familiar with the customs of this area.
Very few are. Very few are.
Yes. And I have come seeking knowledge. Knowledge of... Knowledge is something that intrigues me slightly. A mention of the clan that I come from out here. I cannot talk about this clan, but I want to know more. I read somewhere that they were out here. How do I...
Wait, while he's thinking, I just so I was like, Flynn working in his book also is going to use minor illusion to just have the illusion read out the contents of the other spell book so he can continue to work while being here.
Okay, that is happening in the background.
Wow.
Not helping for your focus.
I have lots of questions, but I am afraid of the repercussions of asking them, especially here, from what I have found.
If you are seeking answers that you do not know where to find them, it may be wise to seek the guidance of those that commune with fate.
And who might I go to for this?
There's a clan. They live in the western section of the Northern Isles. Could probably sail there within 3 or 4 days, depending on the speed of your vessel. They are known as Rafen. They have ways of speaking with beings that can give answers. Though, I will warn you, gaining their welcome is more difficult than other clans. They're jealous of their privacy, and visiting their sacred heights is difficult.
Okay, thank you for that information. It is very helpful.
I would just warn you in general, if you do intend to continue north, be aware that you are already, due to your lack of knowledge, which is not your fault and I am aware of that, you will automatically be branded as an outsider. Finding welcome from any clan when you belong to none. It's quite difficult.
That makes sense. That makes sense. How does one become a member of these clans?
Typically by birth. Adoption into into clans is a
Well, that's so expressive.
ancient practice which is occasionally brought forward, but does not always it does not happen frequently, and each clan has different requirements. I would not recommend seeking to join a clan for the moment. Focus on gaining welcome of one of them first.
That makes sense. Well, thank you for your answers and your wisdom and your knowledge of the area and customs. It is very much appreciated.
It is an important part of the ancient way to share it with any that wish to know.
It makes sense. Well, thank you.
What was your name, young man?
I am Duger. Duger at Garvey.
It's very nice to meet you, Duger.
You as well. What was your name? I'm sorry, I never asked.
My name is Ivar.
Ivar.
Ivar the Wise.
Time to write down names again.
Ivar the Elder.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you.
You said he was human?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I didn't, but he is.
That's helpful information.
It was a pleasure, Ivar. And then just kind of gonna, not quite bow, just kind of like nod and just sort of let him go on his way.
I will do that.
Yes,
Always
and
find welcome and warmth.
I will do the same thing. You always find welcome and warmth.
I do a reverse.
He has the spirit.
He disapproves of you more than anyone else here, and you can tell.
And I'm just a silent dude, so. Silent, massive dude.
Oh, I've been silent zoned, like partially zoned out, dude. Just.
Hey, you're the nerd.
Alright.
Duger's the nerd that doesn't try.
I'm the nerd that like kind of tries the socially awkward, but kind of not socially awkward nerd.
And
Oh,
you
he's
do.
alright.
Alright. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Supplies.
Fight each other.
Find supplies.
Alright, cool.
Oh, yeah, that.
Now that everyone's back, most of the shops are manned. It looks like most of the shops actually are run by Ron Randerful. You can purchase all the supplies you need to replay the ship.
Wasi, when I like talk to Duger, it's like, hey, Duger, this morning, while I was working out, there was a dragon on the ship. And well, my dagger was like, the dagger we've been working on, trying to figure out about it. It touched it, and it glowed, and like showed it as if it was a full blade. And I don't know, you're good with magic and combining things.
Does can Duger put like any sort of like magical happenings?
Arcana check.
Natural 20, please. This would be the perfect time for it.
Can I somehow help him?
That's not
Yes, you may help. You can give him a
Help,
There's
actually,
advantage.
Oh, advantage?
because I want to find out.
It's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Arcana? That's a 19. That's not.
Alright.
It's not terrible.
So,
making it up.
thinking about the things that you know about it, the kind of magic that this is in is completely different from the kind of magic that you're used to working with. Like, you've worked with elemental magic frequently. Occasionally, you've used the Dwarven script in order to channel magic from the lawful planes before. But like, from the basic research you've done of the broken blade here, it's like this is from the Feywilds. The magic comes from, and from what you've heard there, it appears to that this may be it somehow reacting to a memory. Like it returned to something, to how it remembered itself being.
Interesting.
You've heard of that happening occasionally with Fey magic because Fey are really weird and don't really follow the great rules, but memory tends to affect it.
Yes. From what you're saying, from what I'm hearing, from what I know, it sounds like almost Fey magic. It almost sounds like a memory that the blade is remembering of almost like how it was. And that's what makes me think that it might be Fey in nature.
You're not sure why the dragon was able to trip
But
it, though.
why the dragon was a trigger for it?
I don't get it.
Doesn't make sense.
My
Are they some sort of fey dragon, maybe? Who knows?
I don't study dragons. I try to stay away from them if anything.
Dragons are interesting.
You can say that again. No, we talked again with that gossip, and she said my teacher might have been heading towards the ceiling. I thought it might have been like the ceiling of like the Fey Court or anything.
What? Wait, your teacher? I thought your teacher was dead.
No, my captain's dead. My teacher went missing before mutiny on the ship.
Ah.
So a traitor, huh?
I'm trying to gather answers to that question. I hope not a traitor. But yeah, she left before anything happened. This was her blade that I broke.
Stay down. Stay down, Wesley.
She's an elf that has lived for years. Like
Hey, Wesley, don't. Wesley, seriously, I've got.
That's it.
He's got numbers.
If they're important, then
He has the numbers for you.
So they're Fey. So it would make sense for it to have Fey connections. I don't know why the dragon though.
I don't know why the dragon either. It's something perhaps we can ask Gran Doragon about. It
not
appears to be their dragons. We see people riding them.
I'll let you ask them.
I got hired.
yeah, I know. But
Okay.
She's like, not on good terms with the people of the town here. So I'd rather have you ask them.
Okay, I can do that for you.
That's
And-
a problem, by the way. I'm just kidding.
Can you at least show me where their outpost was?
No.
You? No?
It would not be wise for you to go there.
hey, Q, like as they're talking about Prom Doragon, like you've noticed this a little while ago, but I didn't bring it up because it wasn't relevant at the time. They're flying around the island. Like you've seen Prom Doragon warriors.
Wait,
all
Just hail one from the sky,
Wait, you were talking
How do
about
I
the
do
dragon
that?
clan?
like this.
you actually do that?
I should.
Wait, Duger, you're talking about the Dragon Clan?
Yes.
Oh, it's up north. It's like really far up north, past the Ravens.
What?
Yeah, so we just gotta sail for a long time north. And
There
we'll
are
get to
some
the
here
dragons.
as well.
There are some here as well.
Well, if we want to go to them, they're north.
Can I just like... send like a create bonfire like freaking 60 feet into the air, just like trying to call the attention
You
of
cannot make a 60-foot tall column of fire.
no, not a 60 foot tall, but like a 5 foot sphere of fire goes 60 feet
Read
into
me
the
the
air.
spell real fast.
I'll just wave my hands.
Create a bonfire on ground. Oh, on ground.
Yeah, I was fairly certain it'd be on the ground.
Dang it.
Just throw ground in the air.
Moses, when
Facts though.
How hard do you think you can chuck a boulder?
I was about to say.
No, like a chunk of sod.
Yeah, sorry, nah, that's falling into pieces. Also, sod requires grass. You think grass can grow here?
Right. Well, I'm gonna look at the dragons flying around, kind of see if we can find like a landing post or something.
All right, roll a perception check for me.
Not 20!
And a 4 on the guidance.
So total number.
30.
Yes, there is indeed a landing post. There's multiple actually. There's one right outside. The outpost appears to have a landing. Like now that you're looking at it in light, it's a very convenient, large, flat area right in front of the cave. It's a
I'm
perfect
not
place.
going
for them.
there.
There also appears to be 2 warriors perched on top of the very top of the island. And as you watch, like they shift out and things like that. But like that's the only place that any of them have landed.
So we've got the top of the island and we've got where we had some fun last night.
But no, you haven't seen any of them land over there yet.
None of them landed over there yet. But we could climb to the top of the mountain, climb to the top of the islands.
I think that would be a good idea, just for vantage point purposes too, I think.
Well, do you guys want to do that while we get like supplies or something?
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that. I
Alright.
feel like Q's less scared of them than Flynn is.
I I don't like dragons. I've heard too many tales in the sea of dragons destroying entire fleets.
Dragon tails.
I'm a dwarf. We literally hate dragons too.
Should
They
you
steal our
leave that
gold.
with
There is a deep ancestral memory of all dwarves. Dragons bad.
This is probably one of the last things
That was like a
besides
movie
my
that
spell book I have a teacher.
Probably.
I'd
Like
rather
the
not
Lord of the
lose
Beans
hope
or
in
something
it.
like that.
Oh, yeah, Lord of the Beans. The
Lord of the Beans!
Remember, hey, Gavin, you remember when you were roommates and I told you about one song that that group made, that the Duergar made?
Yes. No freaking way!
They don't like that. They don't like dragons. They like dragons less than almost everyone else.
Let us climb the tallest mountain on this tiny island.
It's pretty tall though.
Oh, is it pretty tall?
It's an enormous rock sticking out of the water.
I have a boar that I can ride.
And you can walk.
Man, you got long legs. I got your dwarf legs.
You're right.
You know, actually, Alti is faster than you. by a
Before they set
significant
off.
amount.
By almost double.
Before they saw it, I'm like, should we split up? I mean, I know I'd like to get someplace to fix the ship, but I mean,
It seems like a safe town. I don't think we're going to run into any issues here.
Avoid
Unless
preaching.
you make people angry again. Don't do that. It's not hard.
I'm just saying, and I'm gonna like kind of look at Q. Is it wise for us to split up and search for clues, look for things here, or I don't know, stay together?
Keep talking to the locals and figure out what we can. That seems to be a safe option, but be careful of what we mention and stick with your buddy.
That's what I'm worried about.
Ah,
Is that one?
we'll take
muzzle
turns.
Fine. An hour? Meet up on an hour?
1 hour should be enough to climb this mountain.
Alright, we'll make it 2 hours then. Meet back by the docks then in 2?
Hmm.
Alright, sounds good.
That sounds good with me.
All right, cool. We'll get to you guys in a minute. You guys start hiking up the mountain. And
I'm looking for the Dragon signs just so I don't walk past. Ouch! I just like sliced my ear.
Good job. All right, you're walking, and you're walking, and you're walking, and you're keeping an eye out. And eventually, when you're almost at the top, you do see the sign.
That hurt. Okay.
Also, how are you walking to the top? Like, are you taking any stealth precautions?
Nope.
Got your weapons out? Like,
I have no weapons out. I'm just
No
walking
weapons
up.
out. I'm literally just like, what's up, dog?
And I'm kind of like, as I'm walking, I'm trying to like wave at the dudes and as I'm walking. So they clearly know I'm there. And I'm just trying to wave. And once we get to that sign, I'm going to kind of stop near it. And have they seen us?
They noticed you waving, and as you stop there, like, one of them is going to fly down. This one is on a very large one of these dragon creatures, like huge size class. It is a thick-bodied beast with like 2 pairs of horns, one curved down like that, and another going out like that. It looks like a living battering ram, essentially, with wings.
That is an impressive mount you have.
On the back is the guy with the axe that you saw last night.
Oh. Good morning.
What morning to you as well?
This one has some questions, and I figured that I didn't want to go back to the place last time, and I'm not intruding here, am I?
No, you have not. You have not passed our mark, which is wise of you. Well done. You have learned quickly some of our ways. Nor have you approached with weapons. Approaching with a weapon without any intention of raiding or attacking is a great dishonor to you and to those that you approach.
Good to know. Do you have lessons in the evening, or?
If you wish to know, any who follow the ancient way will answer any questions you ask. It is one of the first points of it that any that wish to know are to be taught.
I don't know.
And if it's a harmful question, something taboo.
There are no taboo questions. There are merely answers that you must learn what they mean.
I see.
You've put me in a difficult position, David. I can ask dumb question and get myself beheaded, or I refrain.
Ask dumb question.
What is dumb question? Okay.
What questions do you have? Are they related to the ancient way, or are they of another nature?
I fear that they might be related to the ancient ways.
What sort of questions are you planning on asking? Like,
I'm trying to
just like tell him a category of questions that you're going to ask, and because he doesn't want to stay. Like, it's hard to talk right now. It's
History.
not a flying thing.
history. I want to know more about the history of the Hran around here and what they do and where they came from. Their
Why are we going one
origins.
specifically for the Dwargon? Was there a reason we were going for them specifically?
I feel like they have very straightforward, like, I don't know, they feel very straightforward to me, like kind of no BS.
As you say that, he's going to nod. He's going to say, "A worthy search for that. I do not believe that I can give you much answer, though. It is my calling to be a warrior, to fight those that threaten me and mine, to go and raid to grow stronger against those who are not, and to gain glory, perhaps so that one day I may be able to bring down a great beast. I cannot tell you much of history. If you wish to do that, you will need to speak with others."
It makes sense. Who is considered an enemy to the Thrawn?
It isn't just the Hran. Anyone who is not of my tribe, not of my tribe. I have a challenge. A raid is a challenge of strength, which makes that betters all involved and gains glory for all. So long as it is done properly and not bringing dishonor.
That makes sense.
Fascinating, yeah.
Very, very honorable. Very honorable.
By the ancient way, we all seek glory. We all seek to grow stronger, so that we may gain the greatest glory by bringing down the greatest threats.
That makes sense. Very logical. Well, I see that I must seek answers from somebody else.
Unless you are looking for answers about the ancient way, fighting or the Dragonel, I cannot do much.
What are Dragonel?
Pats's dragon.
Why Dragonel?
These are not true dragons. They are intelligent and loyal mounts, but no more than that mounts. They're not like true dragons that are as wise or greater than us.
Can they speak? These ones.
They cannot.
That would explain why it did not respond.
I'm just going to say, well, thank you for the information that you have given us.
That's not the reason you climbed the mountain. You wanted information about a fey dragon because of the sword. That's why it was.
That's what it was!
I was gonna say.
I just want to bring that up so you don't walk down the mountain.
you.
Yeah,
I was gonna whisper to you guys like dagger.
By
No,
the
it's
way,
fine.
he didn't give you that dagger. He kept it.
I don't have minor illusion.
I think I'm gonna give away my dagger. No.
Also, we have this elven dagger, and it was on their ship, at the very least, kind of in storage. And one of
I know nothing of elves or their craftsmanship.
well, one of the Dragonel, as you refer to them, interacted with it, and it began to glow, and presented some sort of memory fey magic.
As I said, I don't know anything of elves, but if you're looking for information on Dragonel, then perhaps we can help you. I must continue my patrol at this time. Perhaps perhaps our captain at the top can speak with you more of this.
And where can we find a good source of information down there?
No, at the
At
top.
the top.
Oh.
The captain at
Oh!
the top.
I didn't know.
I hereby extend our welcome to enter our outpost. Go to the top, and he will possibly be able to answer your questions.
Okay, makes sense.
All right, you start walking up, and I think that is where we will end for tonight.
Ah, yes.
Woo! Yippee! Right. Well, thanks everyone for watching and listening to this episode. a lot of finding things out about each other, the place that we're in,
And gossip!
and town gossip.
Ah!
It's good to have a good performance and talk to people.
Great times. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Come back next time to find out more about Dragonel and potential Fey Dragons.
Woo! Woo!
Until next time.